Hello student, in previous video we will revise the chapter number 1 and in this video we will see the question answer of the chapter number 1. Before we starting a question answer, let's see the topic and subtopics that we covered in a previous video, that is of matter in our surrounding, physical nature of the matter. We see the characteristic of the particles of the matter, state of the matters. Can matter change its state? By two ways, the temperature, by the changing of the temperature, and by the changing of the pressure. And the last topic, that is of evaporation, that we will study, that we already studied in the previous video. Now in this video we will see the question answer. First of all, we see the in-text question. The first question, that is, which of the following are matter? Here some of the examples are given. You have to just do the classification and identify that from this option which are the matter. The option are given, that is a chair, air, love, smell, hat, almonds, thoughts, cold drinks, smell of a perfume. Whenever you write down the answer, you know about the definition of the matter. As we see the definition of the matter, that matter means anything that occupies the space, that we consider as a matter. So the answer is chair, air, almonds and the cold drinks, that we consider as a matter, because this is the things which occupy the space and having a mass, which is the basic necessary things for the consider of the matter. Now let's move further, that is of give the reason for the following observation. The smell of hot sizzling food reach you several meters away, but to get the smell from the cold food you have to go close. In this question you have to write down the reason why it is happen. As we see that the hot and sizzling food have a more kinetic energy and it is a easily reach to your nose. The smell of the hot and the sizzling food reach several meters away, as the particle of the hot food have a more kinetic energy. Due to this more kinetic energy, the rate of the diffusion of the hot and sizzling food as compared to the cold food is more. So due to the diffusion rate, we can smell of the hot and sizzling food before they reach the smell of the cold food. So the answer is the smell of the hot and sizzling food reaches several meters away, as the particles of the hot food have a more kinetic energy and hence the rate of a diffusion is more than the particle of the cold food. Now let's move further. The question number 3, that is a diver is able to cut through a water in a swimming pool, which properly of a matter does this observation show? For example, a diver is able to cut through the water in a swimming pool. This show that the particles of a water have intramolecular space, has a less force of the attraction. Now let's move further question answer, that is question number 4. What are the characteristics of the particles of the matter? As we see in the previous video, that the particles have a more intramolecular space than it is a gaseous state. If it is a less, then it is a liquid in state, and If it is a tightly packed and very little intramolecular space, then we consider as a solid. So the particles have the first character, that is the particle have a intramolecular space. The second one, that is the particle have a intramolecular force, means each particles attract each other, means the particle have intramolecular force. The third one, that is the particles of the matter are moving continuously. Due to that movement, it possesses the kinetic energy. So what are the characteristics of the particle of the matter? There are mainly three characteristics. First, the particle have a intramolecular space. Second, the particle have intramolecular force. And the third one, that is of the particle of the matter are moving continuously. Now, let's see the page number 6 question answer. The first question, that is the mass per unit volume of a substance is called density. Arrange the following in order of increasing density. Here the some of the example are given. Before it, you know about the what is the density, the formula of the density. The density's formula is equal to mass upon volume. And the answer means we have to arrange in the increasing manner. So the increasing density, the most denser, that is iron. Compared to the iron, chalk is less denser. Compared to the chalk, honey is less denser than the chalk, than the water, than the cotton, and then the exhausted food chimney and the air. Means the air contains the lowest density of the following. Now let's move further. The tabulate the difference in the characteristic of the state of the matter. B, that is comment upon the following. First, that is of rigidity. Second, compressibility. Third, fluidity. Fourth, filling a gas container. Shape, kinetic energy, and density. And we have to show the difference between the solid, liquid, and gaseous matter. So let's take a first characteristic, that is a shape. As we know that the solid contain the fixed shape, while the liquid contain not any kind of fixed shape, because if we are pouring at any container, according to the container it contains the shape. So the liquid does not contain the fixed shape, while gas is also no fixed shape. Now let's move further, that is of volume. Solid possesses the fixed volume, liquid also, but the gas does not contain the fixed volume. Now third one, that is of rigidity or the fluidity. The solid are rigid but cannot flow. Liquid can flow but it does not possess the rigidity. And the gaseous, it is also can flow but it is not rigid one. The fourth character, that is of intramolecular force. As we see that the particles arrangement in the solid, it is very tightly packed, and due to the closer pack, each particles contain the maximum intramolecular space. While in liquid, compared to the solid, it possesses the less intramolecular space, and gas possesses very less intramolecular space force. The fifth one, that is of intramolecular space. In the solid, as the particles are closely packed, so the very less. In liquid, it possesses the more than the solid, and in the gaseous, it contains the maximum intramolecular space between the particles. Now the sixth character, that is of compressible, means we can compress it or not. Then the solid, we cannot compress it, or you can say the negligible. Liquid is a compressible, while the gas, it is a highly compressible. Now the second question, that is of comment upon the following: rigidity, compressibility, fluidity, filling a gas container, shape, kinetic energy, and density. Now let's see the first one, that is of rigidity. The tendency of a substance to retain, or you can say the maintain, the shape when subjected to a outside force. Rigidity means the tendency of a substance to retain, or you can say the maintain their shape when the subjected to outside the force. Now the second one, that is of a compressibility. Compressibility means the matter has intramolecular space. The external force apply on the matter can bring this particle closer. So this property is called a compressibility. If you are talking about the solid state, liquid or a gaseous state, then solid is not, you can say generally not compressible, or you can say the negligible, while the liquid and the gas both are the compressible. The third one, that is of a fluidity. Fluidity means the tendency of the particles to flow is called the fluidity. And if we are talking about the solid, liquid and the gas, then the solid cannot flow, but the liquid and gas can flow. The fourth one, that is a filling of a gas container. The gas have a particles which vibrate randomly in all the direction. So the gas can be filled into the container. The next one, that is of shape. The solid have a maximum intramolecular force and contains the less intramolecular space. Due to that character, it contains the definite shape. While in liquid and gas takes the space of the shape of the container, whatever and which kind of container we fill it, according to that it possesses the shape. Now the kinetic energy. The energy possessed by the particles due to their motion. As we know the characteristic of the particles are continuously in a motion or continuously in a movement, or we can say the continuous vibrate. So due to this motion, the particle possesses energy. So this energy is known as a kinetic energy. The energy possessed by the particle due to their motion is called a kinetic energy. The molecule of gas vibrate randomly as they have a maximum kinetic energy. If we are talking about the state of the matter, then the gaseous state contains the maximum kinetic energy, while the solid state contains the minimum kinetic energy. Now the next terminology, that is of density. It is defined as a mass per unit volume. The solid have a highest density. As we know the formula of density is formula, that is of mass per unit volume. So as per it we can say that the solid have highest density, while gas contains the lowest density. Now the next question, that is question 3. Give the reason. The first one, that is of a gas fill completely the vessel in which it is kept. The second question is a gas exert a pressure on the wall of a container. The third question, a wooden table should be called a solid. And the D question, we can easily move our hand in air, but to do the same through the solid, or you can say the solid block of a wood, we need a karate expert. Now let's see the reason one by one. The first question is, the gas is filled completely the vessel in which it kept. So the answer is, as we know that the molecule of the gas have a highest kinetic energy. Due to that, these particles are continuously moving. It is moving in each of the direction, or you can say the all the direction. So hence fill the vessel completely in which they are kept. So the answer is, the molecule of the gas have high kinetic energy, due to the which they keep moving in all the direction, and hence fill the vessel completely in which they are kept. The second question, that is, a gas exert a pressure on the wall of the container. A gas exerts the pressure on the walls of the container because the molecule of the gas are in constant random motion, due to it possess the highest kinetic energy. So this molecule continuously vibrating, move and hit the wall of the container, and due to of this hitting the wall of the container is exerting the pressure on it. Now let's move further. The C question, a wooden table should be called a solid. The molecule of the particle of the wooden table, as we see, it is a tightly packed with each, and it contains the definite shape. It is not compressible, it is not flow, it cannot be flow. So these all the characters of a solid matter, solid state which possess the wood table. So we consider it as a solid. Let's see the answer. The molecule, or you can say the particles of the wooden table are tightly packed with each other. There is no intramolecular space, and it is also, it cannot be compressed, it cannot flow. So these all the characteristics are of the solid. So the wooden table should be called a solid. Now the D question, we can easily move our hand in air, but do not same though to the solid block of the wood, we need a karate expert. As we know that we can easily move our hand in air, but do not can do the same thing with the solid, because the molecule of the air has a less force of the intramolecular force, or you can say the intramolecular attraction between them, and a very small external force can be separated them if you are passing through it. But if you are talking about, or you can say the in case of the solid, the molecule have a maximum force of the attraction. The particles are tightly packed, it is tightly bound with each other due to this force. Hence the larger amount of the external force is required to pass through the solid. Now let's move further question, that is, liquid is generally have a lower density as compared to solid, but you must have observed that ice floats on the water. Find out the why. The ice is a solid, as we know, but its density, it is a lower than the water due to its structure. The ice is a solid, but its density is a lower than the water because due to its structure. The molecule of the ice, which is make a cage-like structure, and in this cage there is a lots of space, or you can say lots of vacant space. So this, due to this vacant space, it is easily can float on the water, and due to this vacant space it possesses the lowest density, so it can easily float on the water. So the answer is, the ice is a solid but its density is lower than the water due to its structure. The molecule in the ice make a cage-like structure with a lots of vacant space, and this is make the ice float on the water. Now let's move further question. Now we are move further for the textbook question, page number 9, that is of conversion. Convert the following temperature to the Celsius scale. The A that is given in Kelvin means the 300 Kelvin, that we have to convert it into the Celsius. For that we have to know about the relation between the Celsius and Kelvin. As we know that the 0 degree Celsius is equal to 273 Kelvin. So if we want to convert this Kelvin into the Celsius, then we have to minus 273 from the Kelvin, then we get the Celsius unit. Here we have a 300 Kelvin and which we have to convert it into the Celsius. So what we do, the 300 minus 273 is equal to 27. Now the answer that is we get into the Celsius. So your answer is 27 degree Celsius. The second question, that is of 573 Kelvin. Here also we have to convert this 573 Kelvin into the Celsius. So same process, 573 minus 273 is equal to 300 degree Celsius. Now the second question, what is the physical state of water at? Here it is given into the Celsius. One that is of a 250 degrees Celsius and the B that is of 100 degrees Celsius. As we know that the boiling point of the water, it is 100 degrees Celsius. So at 100 degrees Celsius we can see the water as a liquid as well as gaseous state. But above the 100 degrees Celsius, this liquid is converted into the gaseous. So the above the 250 degrees Celsius is a above range of the 100. So at a 250 degrees Celsius the water is found into the gaseous state. Now let's move further. Question number 3. For any substance, why does the temperature remain constant during the change of a state? During the change of the state of any matter, heat is supplied to the substance and this heat energy is stored as a form of latent heat. So the temperature remains the constant. Let's see the answer. During the change of the state of any matter, the heat is supplied to the substance. The molecule of this matter use a heat to overcome the force of the attraction between the particles. At this period of time, the temperature that is remain the constant, and this whatever the extra heat that we are applied means this extra heat is acquired by the molecules, that is stored as a hidden heat, and this hidden heat that is we called as a latent heat of the matter. The latent heat to change from one state of the matter to the other state. So the answer is during the change of the state of any matter, heat is supplied to the substance. The molecule of this matter use a heat to overcome the force of attraction between the particles, and at this period of time the temperature remains the constant, and this extra heat is acquired by the molecules in the form of hidden heat. So this hidden heat is called as a latent heat to change from one state matter to the other state. Thank you.